I've got two shirts here, and I want to start by cutting the tail off of the light gray one and adding it to the blue one. So I'm going to take two shirts and make one. What I'm going to do is start about 7 inches up from the tail right here, and then I'm just going to cut at an angle all the way down. And so I guess it should start right here. This is sort of long, big and blousy, so it's I didn't measure it. See how long that is. Well, that one I had numbers on it. 15. That's about 30 inches around. Okay, it's about, not quite. Okay, after I've got it laid out, if you can see, okay. Well, I've done it by the shoulders and laid it out. And of course, the back of it is longer than the front, but I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm just going to start at the probably about 4 inches and then just go all the way across. And so this will be the front of my shirt, and this will be the back when I attach it to the flannel shirt. Well, actually it's not flannel, it's cotton. So I think that's going to wind up being more like 8 inches instead of 4. So I'm just going to mark it with my soap. That's my tailor's chalk. And 8. And 8. And 8. Okay. So I'm just going to go around just like I've marked it and just cut it that way. Alright, I've got it cut out. And it's about like this, sort of oval shape. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece, because this is going to be the front of my shirt. And then I'm going to start with my shirt tail right here. Start right here. Already had it pinned of where I needed to cut it off. And then I am just going to start pinning it right through here. Actually, I'm going to run it through my serging machine first and get rid of that raw edge. I could fold it under like that right there, but I think it'll look more cleaner if I do the serging machine, and then I'll just fold it over like that. Okay, so I did the sides, and what I thought I would do is go ahead and clean up those other edges where I cut it the long way. And what I done is I just run it through my serging machine, and I put it on the ruffle. I didn't change my tensions or anything on the top, but I just run it through there. And what it does, it gives it a nice little subtle pleat. So let me show you the settings that I used. I have a Brother 1034DX, and I don't change any of these settings right here. I usually just leave them on 5. And the settings back here, well, let me get in focus. I usually keep it on this when I'm doing just regular serging around. But when I want to do some ruffles, I just stick it to that little setting right there. You just don't want to forget to take it back. And it does a nice little ruffle. And then I always keep it marked on 3, so I know to make sure it's on 3 when I'm doing regular sewing. And this one too. Like I said, this is the only one that I changed right here. So, I don't know. If you have a serger, you might want to try that. So I'm not going to run this one right here through the serging machine, because I think what I'm going to do is just lay this down right here. Let's see, right size. Okay, so it'd be like this. And I will fold this over, start right here. I may take it to the machine and just run a stitch down through there. And then I'm going to start right here and just go all the way around. And then I know that my end, my end is pointed, so that's where I cut it off. And this end is this is the longest tail to this that I cut off, because you know it was long in the back, short in the front, and so I know it should end right here. But I'm going to pin it as I go around, and if I have any think I'm going to have any extra, I can just barely push that through the serger's machine, and it'll feed in that extra material. Okay, took that to my machine, and I just folded it down just a little bit, and now I finished that little edge right there. But I will say my machine has torn up, and I've got another machine. It's an old machine. It was my aunt's machine, but it's like that metal dinosaur machine, and that thing will probably last anything I'll ever buy. So I think I might just keep it and not get me another one, because it does the zigzagging and the straight stitch, and that's pretty much all you need. What I'm going to do is just pin this all the way around, and like I said, I'm going to run it through my serging machine, and then we'll work on the sleeves. Okay, so I don't have any light blue thread. I got some dark blue. I don't have any gray, so I'm just going to use this white thread that's already on my machine. It's going to be on the bottom. Woo, sorry. So I don't think you'll see it anyway. Take out my needles as I go. And certainly if you don't have a serger, that's fine. Just use your straight stitch. It works just as good. Okay, I've got it all on. There is my, where I've serged it around on both sides. But, I mean, not on both sides. I mean, that's where I serged it on the bottom all the way around. Tag was still on there, and I don't know whether to take it off or just leave it on. Probably take it off, because you probably see it through this thin material. I'm going to give it a quick press, right quick, and get these all laying down right good, and then we're going to work on the sleeves. I'm going to cut the back out of this. It's the top part of the shirt. The front of it just has a tie, so I'm going to cut out this back part right here and see if I can't get that attached to the sleeve some kind of way. If not, I'll just probably use some of this. And I got that cut out, but it's not big enough for 2 sleeves. So I think what I'll do is just cut it down the middle and see maybe if I can't use it for the collar. All right, and here's the top part of what's left of that shirt. And it's 2-ply here. And I think I'm just going to leave the curve in it and fold it over and just cut me out a piece straight across, and then serge it. And like I said, if you don't have a serger, use a straight stitch. And yeah, I think I'll just cut it off to right about here, run a hem through here, and pleat it just a little bit if it needs it. And I think the sleeves will probably come to right about here when I'm done. So let me cut that off. I'm going to cut probably about 5 inches, leave enough room for a hem, and let's see if we can't get that attached. So I'm fixing to put that on that ruffle setting again, and run the around the arm right through here, a little ruffle, and so it'll gather up, and that way it'll bunch it up, make it fit better around the arm. Okay, I'm going to do this to both sides. Let's see how it gathers it up. And that's just from doing the one setting. Okay, so I got my sleeves done. There's that little ruffle that we did. You know, we made the little, not much of a ruffle, but just gathered it just a little bit. And then I run a serger through the bottom half, and then I run it through the, oh, I can't see. Then I run it through the machine, the regular machine, and I top stitched it like that. So now what I'm going to do is just fold the other ones over and fold it together. Now I'm going to close up the sleeve. I can get it together. Okay, and we're just going to run this down through here. Okay, so now we've got a sleeve. Well, we've got two sleeves. And now turn them inside out. Now, and then they'll be right here on my wrist. And then we're going to put them on the shirt and sew around them. So let's go back over to the table. So what I do when I make a sleeve like that, I just put the material up here, and then I know how long it needs to be from here to here, and then I just double it. Then when I go around it, if it's a little too short like that, you can stretch this right here, and those little stitches will come. Well, just they'll give. So that way I know they're going to fit. So I'm going to start with the up and under the arm. Match under the arm with this seam right here. And we'll go up like this. Put it over the sleeve. And, well, where's that seam? Here it is. Okay, here's the seam right here. So I'm going to pin it right here. And it looks like it's going to fit all the way around. And then I will pin it on the other side. Now, what I will say is I can top stitch it on and go all the way around. And I could leave this if I wanted to because it's already hemmed. I used to wear this shirt and I just cut the sleeves off and serged it around. I didn't do anything else to it. But when I put these on now, it's gonna give it this look. So what I think I will do, I think I will go ahead and I will top stitch it down first and see what that looks like, and then depending on how long or short it is, then I can, if I don't like the length of it, then I can run it through my serger and shorten it up. So let me get over here to my machine. So if any of you have ever watched any of my other videos on when I done some sewing, I had a newer machine, but you know, those newer machines are plastic. I mean, it wasn't nothing, it was a cheap machine. I mean, compared to, I mean, it was on the lower end of the machines of, you know, it wasn't digital and all that. But anyway, here is the machine that my aunt had, and it is like cast iron. This thing will probably like last forever. It's an old machine, but like I said, it's got all the little bells and whistles that I need. It's got a straight stitch and a zigzag, and there you go. Now, the only thing about these old machines like this is you don't have that little piece you can pull off, and it'll have like the smaller piece right here that you can run cuffs and stuff around. But that's okay. I make do. You just have to fight with it a little more, but I mean, it's okay. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But I'm going to run this all the way around. And once I get all the way around, then I will check it and see. Well, there goes my pins. I will check it and see if the length is right. I need to get my pin cushion back over here in my little things I kept my scissors in. Okay, I've got the tail on and I've got my sleeves on right here. But I'm thinking I want to cut out a piece of material out of this blue that I've used several times. It was an old curtain. But I cut me out a template. And let me step back so you can see. So I think I'm going to cut me out a cross and zigzag it to the back of my shirt. So let me get that cut out. I got the first long one zigzagged on, and now I'm fixing to do my piece across and zigzag it on. The piece that I had cut out earlier, I was going to put it on the collar and try to get it around the collar right through here, but it just was not wide enough. So what I'm going to do is just take this little piece right here. I sewed it together, and I'm just going to twist it, and I'm going to twist it around and just keep twisting as I go around, making a circle. And then I'm going to hand stitch it so it don't come apart. And then when I get through, it'll be like a little rosette. Well, it's starting to look like one anyway. And I'm just going to put it on my pocket right here. So let me do that right quick. I've changed my mind about the pocket, and I decided to put it on the back of in the middle of the cross. And I'm just going to get me a needle and thread and sew that on. Okay, all through, all done. My sleeves come out pretty good. I like those. I put the little rosette in the back of my cross. I hope you can see that. And the tail is long. I don't have much space, so I really can't back up too far. But anyway, let me see if I can get it on the ground and I can back up a little closer. Okay, I hope you can see that. And then here's my sleeves. They come out pretty good. And I did not serge around them. All I done was just top stitched. So you can see I just went up just a little bit because that was already hemmed. And I just went up a little bit and sewed under it or sewed around it. But I did top stitch this. I mean, not top stitch it. I serged it together, front and the back. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's YouTube video. It was 2 shirts made into 1 shirt. The reason I didn't wear this one anymore is because it was short sleeves, and I just really don't do short sleeves and no sleeves. I mean, it wasn't short sleeves; it didn't have no sleeves in it. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, click on that like button and subscribe if you like the stuff I'm doing. So I appreciate it, and that's what I did today. Thanks for watching.